Age-Friendly Berkshires initiative is a movement to create a community that helps older adults and even younger adults be healthy, secure, active, and engaged as they age in their community.
To me, an age-friendly Berkshires means a community where, regardless of your age, you have everything that you need to thrive and live well.
So age-friendly Berkshires to me just means finding ways to bridge the generational gaps, finding ways to create a symbiotic relationship between generations. What can youth provide for the seniors and vice versa?
I think if you ask people what it means to be age-friendly, they will have an answer. They will know what their struggles are every day. They can't find a ride to the doctors. They have not had a telephone call from a loved one in 2 weeks. But I will wager to bet that most of them have not heard about this movement yet.
Have you ever heard of something called the Age-Friendly Berkshires Initiative?
No, I haven't.
Friendly Berkshires Initiative? Age-Friendly Berkshires Initiative?
No.
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 Never heard of it.
Never
I'm
heard
a journalist in the Berkshires and I've never heard of it.
No, I have not, but I think I might need to know that. I might need to hear more about that.
We have to be age-friendly. We really don't have a choice. And there are a lot of programs that exist in the Berkshires that are doing exciting things, and Age-Friendly Berkshires is the framework for how we explore and bring those programs to our community.
The Northern Berkshire Community Coalition is a hub that connects the community with local resources, kind of points them in the right direction. Outreach is the heart of what we do, and the goal of the community outreach training is to empower community leaders and provide them with the information to go out into the community and share the resources. Let people know what is available to them and how to access it. I run a series of leadership workshops. What you guys feel are the traits of a good leader, where they get to learn skills like running a meeting, how to create an agenda, conflict management, solicitation letters, professional emails, public speaking, almost anything that you can think of that a person would need to coordinate a program, start an association, and plan a community event. And we've recently had a training with a 12-year-old and a 60-year-old in the same room.
Yeah. Well, who's gonna listen to a kid when they are homeless?
Well, but if you have the information they need to hear,
and
anyone.
The program benefits from having people of different ages because we're able to know their history, know where they're coming from, what's important to them and why. And I feel like the perspective of a youth is gonna be completely different from that of an elder.
And it also gave me a lot of people skills to learn about when I'm older, just to help people in my community even right now.
The Northern Berkshire Community Coalition is leading the way for the culture change that's required to create an age-friendly community. They bring families together. They create forums to discuss critical issues where senior voices matter as much as the voice of youth.
So the mission of the coalition is to work with seniors in this county to make sure that we have services in place so that they are able to mature, age, and live independently in their county, in the place they've called home for years. I do think that it's more important in a rural setting just because everything is so far away from each other. We don't have like a main street downtown where we have all of the departments and everything all in one place. You have little pockets of resources everywhere that you want to make sure that you shed light on everything that's available to them.
We have been focused on infrastructure and making sure that folks can travel easily from one location to another for a healthcare appointment or for entertainment. And the rural nature of the Berkshires has made something as fundamental as that a real challenge.
In order to be healthy and active as you age, you need to be able to walk. And if you can't walk safely on your streets because of how those streets are designed or traffic flow, then you're not going to be able to do that.
There was a tragic accident down on Route 7 near the senior housing. A gentleman was trying to cross the road which again, the seniors have to use to get to the grocery store and the bank. And it was a dark night. He was wearing dark clothing. And unfortunately, someone in a car didn't see him. So he was struck and later died from his injuries. And the seniors were scared afterwards and reached out to the police department to see what could be done to help this from happening again. And that's when we came up with the idea of providing highly reflective vests for seniors. The Be Seen, Be Safe vests can be worn by any age. If you're walking down a tree-lined street at night where there's a lot of shadows at dusk or at dawn, there's a benefit of being seen. It also benefits those drivers who are coming up to you. So it's administered through the AGE triad. Our partners include the sheriff and the district attorneys and the police departments and Fairview Hospital and the senior center. So we get together and we purchase the vests. We give them out at events. We've given them out at picnics at the senior center. We've given them away at Heart Healthy Night. We've given them away at emergency preparedness fairs.
We've also stocked the cruisers from Great Barrington and Egremont with vests. And the officers are instructed to, if they see someone walking or biking, not safely, to say very kindly, you're not walking in a safe manner, and we can help you. We have a vest here that will enable you to be seen. And so far, 100% of the people stopped are very grateful for that assistance.
The Be Seen, Be Safe program encourages them to continue exercising, to continue activity.
It strikes right at the heart of a safe and walkable community, and it's a great example of a community partnership to do something good for older adults.
Berkshire Pulse is really a place that inspires people of all ages and all walks of life to express themselves. We have creative dance, we have all the ballet classes in various levels, and we're very multicultural and interdisciplinary. The emphasis here is really to give anyone who has an interest in this art form an opportunity to experience it.
Berkshire Pulse, even by the nature of its name, says that it's instrumental in creating something that is going to be good for everybody, because everybody can feel the energy of music and dance. And just because somebody is 90 does not mean they feel it less than somebody that is 9. And the excitement, enthusiasm of singing and dancing together does really good things for your brain and your body and your soul. It's a perfect example of what it means to be age-friendly.
The Young Choreographers Initiative is really just a starting place for these young people as they go out into the world and interact with senior citizens. Using dance as a way of speaking and a way of communicating not only gives them an opportunity to share their feelings and their experiences, but also a way of feeling that they can be actively involved in making change and being heard.
We started climbing well before dawn.
Lori is a writer, and she went and found some text that was meaningful, important to her. Then Tess, who is our choreographer, she's actually a senior, she worked with the text. She was pretty compelled by the imagery. She made a movement study to that. And then we started playing with what is it like if Lori reads at the same time? What can we play with inside of the movement?
The performances was an opportunity for this to culminate. And it was an opportunity to share some of what had transpired between these teens and these senior citizens.
And there was a huge turnout from Kimball Farms and of course family and friends of the choreographers and other people in the community.
Their expressions were delight. There was definitely an interest and engaged participation in terms of what they were taking in and how they were taking it in.
They seemed pretty moved by it and pretty interested in the relationships that were built between the writers and the dancers.
What's more important, I think, is that this was a new experience for everyone. That there can be a relationship that can be about working, creating, and collaborating between a teen artist, an emerging artist, and a senior citizen is something I think very unique.
There's no question that when we have a very deliberate intergenerational activities made available, and Berkshire Pulse is a great example, that we all are better off. And so I think we need to be very deliberate as a part of Age-Friendly Berkshires and the initiative that we bring that into more and more elements of our daily life.
And I'm hoping that people will start to think differently about how they allocate their resources and look at how they're spending their dollars with an age-friendly lens. Because age-friendly lenses allow us to help people whether they're 8 years old or 80 years old.
In my mind, we're all in this together. So if we can do a little to help our neighbors, that's what we should be doing. And the best way to promote age-friendly is one conversation at a time, is one vest at a time, and is one good deed at a time.
We have to have a community that is open and allows every age group to thrive. And so that can mean making sure we're there to help each other and making sure that we're all thriving at any age.
The Age-Friendly Initiative is important to everyone who lives here because it's where we work, where we live, and where we play. And without a strategy to embrace that fully and create a future that is better than the one we have, we will not see it happen in our lifetime. And we have to step forward and we have to build an age-friendly community together.